Open up Premiere and go to New Project. When this window comes up, name it the name of your assignment or your animation. Choose a place to save it. I have over here. And make sure that this is on timecode. And that should do it. You also want to go into the sequence area and go to sequence settings and make sure that your frame rate is set to 24 frames per second. And this must be the size that I rendered it out at. So no fields, 24 frame time code, sample rate, okay, audio samples, preview file format, well, let's say Microsoft AVI, and that's good. Next, what you want to do is you want to import your media. It actually says right there, import your media. So right click, import, and I only have one, but you can actually hold the shift key and bring in as many videos and audio that you may have. Okay, next I'm going to go ahead and drag this onto the timeline, and I'm going to leave a little. Oh, I just separated the two, the audio and the visual. So I'm going to go ahead and select them together and move them forward. And what I want to have is I want to have 3 seconds of black beforehand. So if I zoom in, then I can see the timestamp here, and I can go ahead and move this forward until it reaches 3, until it's on 3, and that's 3 seconds. There we go, there we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'll go ahead and zoom back in. And next thing I want to do is I want to bring in a title. So I'll click on the title, new title, and this is going to be the title, so I'll just leave it as is. The time base is going to be 24 frames. Leave it at the default width and height, and say OK. So we go over to our handout here where we have the information that you want to put in your title. And I can go ahead and select all of this and copy it, and then go over to Premiere and click and hit Control V and paste. I'm going to select all, make it centered, go get the arrow tool and bring all this right to, you can just grab this thing right in the center, and then Control All again, whoops, get the text tool, select A, and I'm going to, oh, that's the wrong one. Yeah, no, it isn't. Just click in this area, and I can shrink the text. Now, you definitely don't want any fancy font like this. You want it to be really simple, like a simple serif or sans serif. All right, so I'm going to choose just a classic Adobe Caslon, okay? And you see it's a little bit longer, so I'll just scale that smaller until the font, the text underneath is within the inner square. And the title should be bigger. So this actually, this video that I'm creating is actually on this. Okay, now we definitely, again, do not want any fancy text. I don't know, I didn't mean to not change this at the same time. And we definitely want the title to be bigger than everything else. Okay, so that's good. Now we also want to make sure that the appendages that go down are not overlapping, so it looks like it's a little bit too tight. Either probably have to shrink the text a little bit, or increase the leading, the spacing in between. Shit, I'm having trouble dealing with that, so let me just type in, there we go. And so this is kind of would be how to, now that's definitely too close. I'll go ahead and use my leading to create space there. All right, move this up, and that's all good. And then you would want to have your name for all of this information. I, in fact, don't want to have it for this little demo, so I'll just leave that off. Okay. Okay, I'll go ahead and bring my title over here into my timeline. And if I double click on or right click on it and go to speed duration, I can actually change this duration to be 3 because we want our title to be 3 seconds. And now I can go ahead and grab my videos and bring it over and snap that. Okay, so we've got 3 seconds of black, we've got a title, and then we have our video. Next thing is basic editing. How would you do the basic editing? Okay, so first of all, I don't want this title to be here anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and scrub forward until it is gone. Okay, and I'll go ahead and get the razor blade, the razor tool, and I shall click once on the video, once on the audio, get the move tool, and click, delete those pieces, bring them forward. Okay, now there is going to be some other parts that I'm going to want to get rid of. And it is about right here. Let me just click and play.
Upload because you have a free account, as I do too.
All right, right there. So let me go ahead and get the razor blade, and I will click right there twice, once on the video, once on the audio, and I actually just want to get rid of those pieces. Okay, lastly, you would put a title. So if you go back to your handout, whether it be a PDF or the Word document, and you can see the information, I'm sorry, not the title, but the credits. So you can go ahead and select this. This is the information you would want to have at the end. So you would have the credits. So, you know, give credit to yourself and all your teammates, and if you have teammates, on what parts they did. Write this information at the end, Santa Ana College, studio animation, you know, all of this. So just copy it and paste it, or just copy it. Whoops. Go back to Premiere, and we're going to create another title. Now, what I can do is I can actually make a duplicate of this one and change it to credits. That way, I already have the fonts there. Is that, whoops, the font style that I used. Double click on that, and and I'll just select over that. I definitely am going to want to have it be smaller because it's the credits, and I'll hit Control V. Just went to that. I don't know why it's going to that one font, but anyway, we'll just go ahead and manually change it, and we will bring it small. Okay, now because there are so many, if there's too many credits, you could do a rolling title, but yeah, it's very possible. So let me go ahead and, what font is that? Actually, it's 22. It's plenty large, and so I'm going to leave it like that. And it doesn't need to be a rolling credit because it all fits. Okay, but because there's so much information there, the default time is 3 seconds, but I'm going to leave it on there. I'm going to just have it sit there for a little bit longer. Okay, so there's my credits. I'll bring that over here, double click on it. Not double click, I mean right click. Click, right click, and go to speed duration. And it's about 6 seconds, and I'm going to leave it like that. Now it's time to export our movie. So click in the timeline and go to Export Media. And you're going to change the setting to QuickTime. And the preset, just keep it at custom. Video is going to be MPEG-4. Make sure your width and height are the same size as the size of the video that you rendered out of the 3D program. Keep the quality about mid-range, because if it gets too big, we may go beyond our limits that Vimeo provides in the free version. And then in audio, make it MPEG-4, change it to mono, and the sample rate will be 32,000 hertz. And then you just hit export. And make sure you remember and know or aware of where it's exporting to. It can be confusing because how you save your file goes in one place and the output name could be in another. When you're done, navigate to your file and right-click on it and play it or open it and make sure that it plays okay. And then you're good to go. Then you are ready to go ahead and upload it onto Vimeo.